Hello Lincoln and Woodstock, welcome back to another school year. I am Madav Patel, class of 2022. This is a Kanc Connection news break, and here are some of the stories that we are working on. With this new year ahead of us, I had the opportunity to speak with Lin-Wood Public Schools principal, Mr. Prevenow, and here's what he had to say.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming out today.
I appreciate you having me.
With the situation of the masks, do you have any idea what will happen to them later on this year?
So there's a process, right? It's, we have like a committee that kind of meets together and we recommend to the board. That committee is made up of about 13, 14 people. And, the board will continue to analyze things and to figure out what they want to do with the masks next. But right now they're using based on DHHS, they're using a formula that looks at the county and looks at the severity of the rise and fall of cases, and that's going to determine where we go from there. My hopes are that we get to look at like distance, right? If we're in class and we can maintain, some reasonable distance amongst each other and not get up in each other's grill or face, and we could take those off. Meanwhile, let's take breaks. We have mask breaks. You can take them, use them.
And then with like new variants of COVID.
Your hiccup's gone?
I didn't have it. I was going to say, like new variants of COVID coming out. Do you think that will affect like the masks at all this school year?
I don't really know. I understand. Yeah, there's the MU variant and there's another variant, but we have cold and flu variants all the time.
Right.
And how does that affect us on a normal year or when this wasn't even around? Probably people didn't even think much about it. I tend not to think much about the variants. I just kind of concentrate on what can we do to alleviate those mask situations that we're talking about, but yet follow the expectations that are put on us by the opening committee and the school board. I'm not too involved in that variant thing. Yeah, right. That's just me.
And then next week we are having an open house.
Yes, we are.
And then can you describe like the format and how that's going to be?
Yeah, if you recall, like 2 years ago, what we did is we invited people in to have a resource fair. And so the resource fair is going to talk about, social emotional stuff that is being offered by the towns. We're going to have like EMS, emergency medical services, kind of offer up information that they can give to kids as well. But it might be a little different in that we might only have like a static display. So there'll be literature there'll be posters. We're going to have people who represent clubs and teams and classes within the school. They'll be set up. We'll also have like our strategic planning committee will be there, and we're going to get some information from all of you, the students and parents, and kind of tell you what we've been doing thus far. And as you recall, Alma, are you guys familiar with that now? Yeah. Right, so that's the school system that we're using now, the information system. We're going to try to have an opportunity for us to really teach the parents and guardians a little bit about Alma as well. So it's not a time for I need to have a conference with my teacher. It's, hey, welcome back to school. Take a look. If you want a conference with your teacher, you can email them or phone call them. That would be wonderful, and set it up that way. But it's a meet and greet. Welcome back to the school. We're hopeful for the kids this year. We're hopeful for good expectations with learning, with instruction from the teacher, sports, social activities, all those kind of things. We're very hopeful. So it'll be just a time to gather and talk and communicate, have fun.
And then is there any other information that you would like to share with the community?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to celebrating with us during homecoming, which is, I think, the 25th or something like that. I'm looking forward to get back to that. The first year I was here, I was a little shy, didn't know all of you guys as well, and just be able to be out on the field and watch people, not even necessarily for the games. It's not even that, it's just that cool tradition that Lin-Wood has, and I want to make sure that's kind of going. And other than that, I welcome back.
That's good.
Cut. We also have a new staff member here at the Lin-Wood Public School, Georgie Callan. Students Louie, Danny, and Dakota had the opportunity to speak with her and get to know her. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Georgianne, and everyone calls me Georgie, and I am the Student Assistant Program Coordinator here at Lin-Wood.
How would you describe your role at Lin-Wood Public School?
So basically what I'm supposed to do here is my overall arching position is to get together kids that are at risk of substance abuse and alcohol and drug abuse and to create a community that is, alcohol and drug free by working with the students. So I do YALTA, which is YLTA, the Youth Leadership Through Adventure program. It's a club, and it's like a student governing club, and they are leaders, and they have a heart for getting kids outside and and I just kind of implement that and give kids voice, which is really awesome. And then I also counsel and guide, not necessarily like a guidance counselor, but I guide students that are at risk.
What were your previous jobs and why did you come here?
So my previous jobs, well, it's actually a really funny story. So I went to school for marketing, and I got my bachelor's degree in marketing. And then when I was done, I kind of was like, okay, I guess I'll go do sales now, And once I got through sales, I did 2 or 3 months out of school in sales. And I was sitting there at my desk and I was like, man, this is ridiculous. I'm so bored. I can't lie to people all day about this product, it was just over and over and over again, reoccurring, just same thing, different day, right? So throughout my life in my college career and as ever since I was 16, I kept getting jobs where I would be working with kids or teens. And it first started off as I was a YMCA counselor and lifeguard for a traveling field trip that was always outside. So every day we would go to a park or a lake and we would swim, or we would do obstacle courses, or we would go to Six Flags or Canopy Lake, or just all around New Hampshire, traveling and being outside. And those kids were actually Manchester kids that were at risk. So that was where my heart first started with, feeling like this is what I'm kind of meant to do. I just didn't realize that this was my passion. So then after I was a YMCA counselor, I went to I went to a gym that was close by, and I was a lifeguard there. And I also became a summer camp manager. So then I started managing the camps there. And it was for, 30 to 40 kids. And I had 8 counselors under me. And I was just like, this is so much fun. I get to implement fun all day long and just make sure that we do it safely. And then it just continued to be rapid from there. I was just my heart was just growing for kids and teens. I actually worked at a detention center after I was done sales for males that were 12 to 21 years old. They all had drug and alcohol abuse backgrounds and, came from really broken homes. A lot of them, some of them didn't, some of them did come from, good homes. But again, it grew my heart once again. So for this job, I actually almost went into the National Guard, where I would have been going to base or boot camp in October of this year to Fort Jackson. I had all the papers signed, and I had been just really praying, I really want, I don't want to go to the National Guard, but this is my last choice, it feels like. And this job popped up on Indeed, and I never use Indeed. It's just not I don't know. I just never got into using Indeed to get jobs. So I saw this job pop up, and I was like, oh, I'm so interested. So I clicked on it. I was in Tennessee at the time, just visiting family before I went off to a farm for 2 months to be remote and just go find myself and find what I wanted to do. So I flew home. I had the interview. I got this beautiful job. I was crying. It was just such an amazing opportunity, and now I'm here. And it saved me from going to the National Guard. It saved me from going to that farm. And this is a job that I've actually dreamed of my whole life. I used to go to sleep at night and have dreams of being around a ton of different kinds of kids. And now I get to. And now I'm in 2 schools, which is so fun. So, yeah.
What is your goal for this school year, and how will you accomplish it?
My goal for the school year is to create really strong relationships with kids like you, and just the whole student body as a whole. I want to create a place that is comfortable in speaking about hard things, like drug abuse, like alcohol abuse, and I want just like students to feel open about sharing things and comfortable. And my overall goal in that is to create that lifestyle and that community that is motivated to be drug and alcohol free, so that you guys can live healthier lifestyles and make great choices. And yeah, that's all I got.
It may be a new school year, but yearbooks are now on sale. Until October 1st, the books are $40 with free personalization. This includes your name and up to 4 icons for free. The books are $40 with free personalization. This includes your name and up to 4 icons for free. The first 20 people to buy the yearbook will also receive a free fanny pack with your purchase. After October 1st, the prices will increase to $45 and personalization will cost extra. So get your yearbooks now and see Mr. Adams or seniors Lizzie Drew, Brie Calayo, or Kayla Ciccarello. This is the first Kanc Connection news break for the 2021-2022 school year. I am Adolf Patel and I will see you very soon. Signing off.